Hello, my name is Kohen Diego, and today me and some friends of mine will be covering the topic of people pleasing, what it is, why it's so prominent in high school, and what are some ways we can strategize against it. So, the very first question I want to ask is, what does it profit a man to gain the world but lose his soul in the process?
I think this phrase makes you question whether it's worth it or not to jeopardize your own morals just to slightly benefit others around you. And if you do think it's okay to do such, it says a lot about your self value and how you are willing to put yourself below others who most likely wouldn't do the same for you.
This question comes straight out of the Bible with Mark 8:36 and basically means gaining the world, the popularity, the fame, the validation that we all crave, but losing your soul, your identity, and yourself in the process, all to look better in the eyes of others. And that's exactly why I think people pleasing is such a bad and horrible and underrated problem in today's society. The next question I want to ask is, why is people pleasing so prominent in high school?
Well, in my opinion, I think it's all because of popularity. In high school, popularity is one of the bases and foundations of high school. And when you want to become popular, you have to have friends. And when you want to have friends, sometimes you have to please people.
People pleasing is so prominent in high school because we're always looking and seeking for the attention or approval of others. We try to do things that we think they like, but they either are trying to use us or they're just trying to be a friend. But do they really want to be a friend in the long term? We got to think about how all these people in high school, will they be with us after high school? Will they be one of the ones that are actually our friends throughout our whole life? We shouldn't always lean on the approval of others, but we should always try to just be ourselves.
I think people pleasing is so prominent in high school because we're teenagers. We're not adults yet, but we're not kids yet. So we're in the middle and our minds aren't fully developed. They aren't fully matured. So we're very susceptible to these things, these influences such as drugs and alcohol and falling victim to society, which is something I call unintentional peer pressure. The last question I want to ask to wrap things up is, how can we strategize against peer pressure and hopefully avoid it?
Well, I like to think if the situation makes you uncomfortable, then you should obviously say no. If you doubt yourself throughout anything, you should say no. If you know that you're doing it for them and not doing it for yourself, you should continue to say no.
I think a lot of the problem stems from the group of friends you hang out with. Bad company corrupts good morals, and even if you've been raised well and had everything, if you're surrounded by these people who do these bad things, you'll feel uncontent with their life and keep on striving for more, which is basically like grasping for the wind. I think even if it means keeping your friend group small, if you're able to love yourself while also loving them and they can reciprocate that love, I think that's how you can prevent people pleasing and just accepting the fact that not everybody cares, and you just gotta be yourself, live your life, because you're not going to please everyone.